everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and today I am doing a crochet nook. I did hear Stella, or what I think I might have heard Stella, as I was walking in and out collecting all my stuff. I've got a haul, I've got a project to show, a project in progress to show, and I just want to talk about crocheting a little bit. And so I was gathering all my things. I think I heard Stella squeak, so she's waking up from nap, and so I'm going to get this video done hopefully before she actually wakes up and is ready to get up. She's much like Olivia, where she needs a few minutes to herself to like wake up fully before she's ready, and then she'll let us know when she's ready. First up, when I was pregnant with Olivia, my 5.5-year-old, almost 6-year-old, I started to crochet and I really enjoyed it, and then I haven't done much since then. So basically for 5.5 years, I've sewn like a little hat here and there, but that's about it. And so I did this wave blanket. I still have to tuck in some ends here and there, but I had started a wave Afghan. I had to find a tutorial. I've been basically just watching YouTube tutorials and following them step by step. That's basically how I've done all projects up till this point. And I had started this blanket. I had like, I don't know, maybe a third of it done. And then I saw something else I wanted to try, which I'll talk about in this video. So I decided to finish the blanket first before starting something else. So this is a project that took me 5 years, probably closer to 6 years, but I made this, and it only took me that long because I took such a long break. So I've been working on this for like a week on and off. In the evenings I'll work on it, and it turned out really, really cute. My stitches aren't great, my work's not great because I'm still very much a beginner, but I wanted to show it to you guys because it's so cute. And they were doing I think slip stitches on their side and then crochets on them, but I did double crochets because I just liked the way it looked, and since the other borders were double crochets, I wanted it all to kind of flow and match, and it turned out so cute. So I've got like a beginning end here that I need to get tucked in, and I've got the end where I completely finished off the blanket. I gotta get that woven in, but other than that, most of the pieces I wove in as I went. He showed how to do that, and they're pretty much tucked in, so it looks pretty finished off other than those. So holding it up for you guys to see. It's just the two shades of pink with the white, and I just love it. It's so cute, and Stella has been playing peekaboo with it every day. It's just in our living room right now. I just need to finish off the ends, which is one of the reasons I went to Michael's and got some extra stuff. I needed a couple of tools that I just did not have yet, and so there we go. I gotta finish off those ends, and this one is done. So it's just a cute little tiny, tiny baby blanket, but it's really just fun project to make, and I'm glad that Stella likes to play with it. She'll put it over her head and hide and play peekaboo and wrap it around herself. It's just the perfect size for a little baby, almost toddler. The reason I got into this again in the first place is my best friend is making, I'm blanking on how to say it, but I'll put the name down here, but it's the little tiny cute little stuffed animal things, and they are teeny tiny, but I ended up finding just a stuffed animal. I was just watching her make these cute little things. She made some bumblebees, and I was like, all right, I want in, let me get started. And she's totally my enabler. I also enable her for stuff. When she finds a new craft that she likes, a lot of times I will test it out too. So we go back and forth like that. So this is all her going into these little creature making, and I was like, yes, I want to make a couple stuffed animals for the girls. I'm all about doing this again. So it's becoming winter weather, and I like to do stuff like this. It's fun, and I loved it. So I saw a little tiny unicorn. It was like yay high, very small. But then I was looking through unicorn patterns on YouTube, and somebody had posted a podcast. They were just rambling on about all sorts of crochet things that they made, and she did such a good job with all of her. She's a pro, and she showed this unicorn stuffed animal, and it was so cute, and I want to make one just like it. And I used the yarn I already had. I hadn't gone to the store at this point. We just went today, but I still have a lot of this Knit Picks Wool of the Andes. Knit Picks Wool of the Andes. And so I was just using what I had to make it, and it's a little bit bigger, I think, than hers turned out being. It was a stuffed animal size, so it is significant, but this is the head of the unicorn. So it's gonna be like a nice sized stuffed animal for the girls, and it's super soft with this Wool of the Andes. It's just such a nice yarn, and I really enjoy it. And so I was marking off, I had to do a lot of rows of the same thing, so I marked the first row so I could keep track. Now I don't need this one anymore, but I've been using these as my stitch markers, these bobby pins. And so I just stick it in my first stitch when I'm starting a new row. and keep going from there. So I am a left-handed person, so mine's a little bit backwards, but I'm gonna hold it up for you guys. And I want to know if you guys crochet, what I should do. For my blankets, I went through both of the yarn pieces in the V, and then for this, I've only gone through one because I saw somebody on one of the tutorial stitches that I was looking at, I saw them only go through one, so I'm trying that out for the first time. I usually go through both stitches. So let me know what you do. Do you go through one of the V stitches or do you go through both pieces of the yarn? So this is the natural way it's looking on the outside as I'm stitching. It's got the other part of the V as the line. And I don't know which side I want as the outside side. So do you want the outside to be the one with the line, or do you want the outside to be this side where it's all more uniform? I'm leaning towards this side being on the outside and just like flipping it just like I just did. I'm holding my stitch, by the way, because I'm not sure I love the look of the lines. I think I like it, but I don't know which side do you think looks better. So line side or no line side. So there you go. I need your opinions because I don't know which side I want to keep on the outside. So there you go. I'm working on the decreases now. I had worked on the increases. All this was flat in the middle, and then now I'm doing decreases. And so I was getting close to being done with the head portion, and I needed some stuffing. So that was the big main reason why I went in to Michael's. And so I got a couple of items. To do the little creatures, you use a very, very small crochet hook. So I ended up buying one. This is a 3.5 millimeter. It's really small. And then I needed the embroidery needles, yarn needles, so I could start tucking those ends in. And then I also got some legit stitch markers. The bobby pins definitely work in a pinch. There's a lot of different things you could use, like paper clips and things, but they're kind of long, and so they kind of got in my way. And these ones, the little stitch markers, where are they? The little stitch markers are tiny, so they're not going to get so much in the way and kind of bounce around a little bit. But the other one worked in a pinch the last week. But now that I really needed the stuffing, I needed to go to the store. So I ended up just getting the one they had, loops and threads. They did also have polyfill, but the polyfill was a couple dollars more, and it doesn't matter that much to me. I don't know the difference yet. I'm too new, and I don't know that there's that much difference. And if there is, it's not that big a deal to me at this point since I'm so new. And my chair squeaks. I need to get a different chair for in here. So that was the main reason we went, for the supplies and the fill. And then we ended up getting yarn. Livy went with me, and it's been the first time she went into a store, basically, I think since March. She went with me to return something, I think to FedEx or UPS one time since March, and it's actually Halloween today. So it's the first time she's gone into a store, and she was so excited. We looked through the Christmas aisles and everything, but she was excited to pick out some yarn so that I could make her some things. So I actually figured that I'm going to be making 2 of whatever I make. So the first one's kind of like a test run, and then the second one will be better and more legit. So I ended up getting this one to make another unicorn. She wanted her unicorn to be in this color. So Stella will have the pink and gray, and then Livy will have this one. And I got white for the accents for that one. So this is just whatever they had. Lion brand yarn, ice cream big scoop. Well, it's got a big ball in here. It's supposed to be quite a bit. This is actually a 3 yarn thickness, where everything else I've used and everything else I bought is also a 4. So this is actually a 4. So I don't know how well it's gonna go using a 4 and a 3, but I'm gonna try it out. So this is gonna be for the nose and the feet portions, the hooves and stuff. So this is the Red Heart brand. I did get quite a few different brands of things. So I got some impeccable yarn. This is also loops and threads. And for this, Livy had found this color, and she says, "Mommy, I want you to make me a lion." So we picked out a yellow to go with it, and I can go back and get more if I need more, but I'm gonna try to make them a little smaller, use a smaller hook, where I'm using a big hook right now. So that is my plan for these guys here. And then I've got a purple. And this one is the Craft Smart brand here. So it is amethyst. So I don't know what we're gonna use. She said she wanted a purple cat. So we may make a cat or 2 with this. I'm gonna try to pick out smaller patterns for some of these. And again, I can go back and get more. And then she wanted a dog in this color. So I picked out this one, Bordeaux. So it's just a really deep red, really pretty color. And all of these are 4s except that first big teal colored one. And then the last thing I picked up, I want to make a hat for one of my friends. She I told her that I was crocheting. Actually, I had asked her about a woven hat that she had, and she said she just bought it. And I told her I was like trying to learn to crochet and get back into it. And she's like, oh, I want a hat. So I'm gonna make her a hat coming up. And so I picked up this one. I thought it was just a really pretty neutral with the little speckles. And these are both, again, Craft Smart. This one's just called Cream. So it's just a really cute, like tweed speckly thing that I really like. So I bought 2 of those. Maybe make Olivia a hat too, because she said she wanted a hat too. So maybe I'll do that. But this is all like really lofty goals. I'm just gonna do one thing at a time. Like I'm working on the unicorn, and this is the first actual written out pattern that I used. I found it on Ravelry, so I will try to link to it down below for you guys if you want to check it out. And I have not followed patterns ever before, so this is a totally new thing for me. Usually I follow step by step with a YouTube tutorial, and sometimes even with those, they'll say a type of stitch and I'll have to go watch a left-handed tutorial video on how to do that certain stitch. I am left-handed, by the way, so it might also look a little bit backwards to you guys on these lines. Your lines might be the other way, but I think that's all I have to share. Just the haul and talking about crocheting again. I do this while I catch up on some YouTube videos. I can also do this if we watch a movie or something. And if the kids give me like any time where it's just me, I can get a couple of stitches in while they're just playing. And so I did like half a row, like between all day yesterday of my little like free time moments while they're playing, because it just comes in really short bursts, but I can have this sitting on the counter and I can keep an eye on them wherever we are in the room. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If I ever finish this unicorn or do any of the other projects, of course I'm gonna put that in a crochet nook for you guys. So I hope you liked it. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.